You would have thought after Washington's last year late season success that they would have had a great year going in and would have been one of those contending teams, but so far that has definitely not been the case. They're now sitting at 3-5 after a tough loss to the Chiefs without Jaden Daniels being in, and with him potentially missing the Seattle Seahawks game, which Seahawks have been pretty good, and maybe even for the future, this Commanders team may already be arguably done. Now, yes, there has been some injuries lately, but you take away those injuries, and it's still been a team that has not played nearly as well as they did, at the end of the season last year. But there also was some things alluding to this potentially happening when you look at some of those games where there's some teams that they probably should have blown out and yet kept it close. One wrong thing happens, and maybe they're not making the playoffs at all. Maybe they're not making that crazy run that they had in the slightest. So doesn't absolutely surprise me, as I still think that they're missing some pieces. But of course, they have a lot of cap space going forward. Jaden Daniels doesn't need to be paid a long-term deal anytime soon. And, of course, even though they don't have the best draft picks, they do have some quantity. So, looking at this team right now, I think the big question is, do they have enough skill position? Do they have enough superstar talent? Obviously, Terry McLaurin, when he's healthy, of course, is a very good wide receiver one. Getting up there in age, but very good. Debo's good, but he's not great. I don't think you're really worried about him most plays. Zach Ertz, he's surprised me, I'll tell you that much, but again, not a guy that you're like, okay, this is the guy where you have to worry about 3rd and 15. He's going to make a big play down the field, Krosky Merritt's been a huge boost, though. Got to say that for sure. Eckler going down. Krosky Merritt has been very solid. And then the offensive line, both sides of the ball, really. The trenches, a little surprising. Of course, Tunsil has been a great move. Of course, the penalties. Texans fans definitely let me know about that when we did the Texans rebuild. But again, if you're, let's say, in a 1st and 10, let's say Jaden Daniels is holding the ball for 4 or 5 seconds, doesn't see the blind side, just forgetting that guys are still pass rushing him because it's just a really good rep for the O-line, and he's about to get sacked. What would you rather have, a 1st and 20 or a 2nd and 17, 2nd and 18? I'm not sure if those are all the penalties, right? There might be some false starts, some really bad holds where he just gets burned right away, and, it's just bad, but I think, personally, the question you have to ask yourself is, would they rather have Tunsil or would they rather not have him? And I don't think there's even a question, right? They obviously would rather have him. The rest of the offensive line, especially the center position, has been very good. So not a bad offensive line at all. Not really a concern of theirs. And then, of course, you look at the defensive side of the ball. Again, kind of lacking in the superstars a little bit. Quite literally superstar. They only have one, and that's Lattimore, and he really shouldn't even have that dev anymore. The overall is kind of speaking to it as, he's dropped down for the first time in a while significantly. He's been like an 88 overall in Madden or higher for a while, and now he's all the way down to an 83, so probably should lose that dev. And the rest of the guys, obviously Wagner's kind of that guy, if you will, but how long are you going to have him for? Other than him, though, like, who's the guy you're like worried about? Who's the guy you don't throw against? Who's the guy you don't run towards their side? Who's the guy you double or triple team because you need to get this ball off? Is there really someone like this on this team? Dorrance Armstrong's having a pretty good season. I know he's dealing with some injury stuff too, but overall, there's not really anything like that. This is a good side that is playing well as a unit, but I don't think they really have a game wrecker per se. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know, Commanders fans. Maybe I'm dead wrong, or maybe you're like, that is actually a good point. It's still, they got a couple of pieces, but at the same time, some of their best players are older players. And that's kind of a concern when you're thinking about, okay, this offense, specifically with Jaden Daniels, is a team we're looking forward to for years to come. Although I worry about wide receiver and tight end a little bit. Defensively, this team's going to look very different in the next few years, it seems. So definitely need to get younger, definitely need to get some superstars in there if we can. And it's not a bad team. I still think they have a chance to turn it around. But if Jaden Daniels can't go against the Seattle Seahawks, they're probably going to need a miracle game for Mariota or whoever is starting to keep this season alive, because they go 3-6, they go 3-7. Yeah, it's looking pretty rough. Either way, though, Commanders still have a little bit of time. Hopefully Jaden Daniels comes back for them, and let's see if they can have another magical season. See, right now, actually, when we sim this. Again, if you guys end up enjoying this video, leave a like, subscribe for new. If you're not new, appreciate your support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PK Plays for not Madden content. And again, the biggest thing you can do for me is let me know what team you'd like to see rebuilt next in the comment section below, or if there's a challenge rebuild idea you want to see, let me know that either way. Let's get into it. But the first place we shall start is the re-signings. Now, a lot of talks about, when Debo's gone, when Lattimore's gone. Well, what if I keep Debo? Okay, it wins if I can't keep Debo. Noah Brown, Darnell Savage as a Packers fan. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. Of course, Drake Jackson's young, but you got the injury, and you don't really need him as a starter right now. I don't know about that. Von Miller, he's going to straight up retire on us. I know I said retire like I was going to say a different word, but sure. Wiley has not been great. And yeah, I mean, Bobby Wagner probably going to retire on us as well. A lot of guys that, yeah, Ertz are potentially and probably going to retire straight up. Hell, even the punter might go. So yeah, talking about that age concern, very real. We're seeing it already. But I can also respect a team committed to the tank. All right, I can respect it. 5-12 season now. There is a tough set of games coming up for these Commanders that could lead this team to maybe not being that bad, but arguably a spot-on record for 5-12. Seahawks, anyone could win. I don't know. If Jaden can't play, I probably would bet on the Seahawks, right? Lions, for sure would bet on the Lions. Dolphins, let's be real. While they could lose the Dolphins are a team that I don't truly believe in at all. Broncos look good, so I'd give the Broncos the nod. Vikings, what's going to happen at quarterback by then? Maybe the Vikings win that game, even though we actually won this game. Giants, up in the air. I really don't know. No Cam Scattaboo. Giants, they look good. They look bad. Eagles, they should easily win that. Cowboys, they already dominated by a lot. And then the Eagles, they should win that again. So anywhere from like 5 to 7 wins is kind of the max I'm seeing as it stands. But again, you never know. Of course, the numbers look pretty horrendous. Krosky Merritt, not that great either. And, Sim here. Gonna have to change the scheme, though, because I never see the Commanders do well. And I don't think it's just because they're not drafting well. I just think it's because the game's not good for their scheme. So we're probably going to end up changing that quite a bit. I'm kind of curious just to see, like, the overall, like, attempts for teams. Like, offensive yards, 14th. But what about passing? Like, we got to be one of the worst passing teams in the league, right? They got a super high. Really? Definitely not for touchdowns, though, right? Yeah, bottom 4 touchdowns. Rushing, we're like one of the top 10s. Points per game, kind of near the bottom-ish, about mid. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to change the scheme to one of the great schemes just yet. But at the same time, man, that's tough. That is really bad. Like, that is useless level numbers. Like, no one's going to ever get a dev up with those numbers out here. But either way, year 1, so it's early. Scattaboo, unfortunately, that's not going to happen. And no award wins for us. So outside of the draft positioning, I don't think this season did anything for us positively. Ravens, Packers. Who's going to win it? Don't think the Ravens are winning in real life. I don't know how the hell they even won this. Again, we have the up-to-date win-loss. So the Ravens must have had a crazy turnaround in the season. 10-7, and they do lose, though. Packers 10-6-1 win it. I'm retiring. Okay, cool. Rodgers retiring too. Sweet, I guess. Do what you want. Offensively, any dev-ups? Sadly, it does not look to be that way. And then we look at the defensive side of the ball, where we see no dev-ups here either, I don't believe. So, yeah, Von Miller retires on us as well. Yeah, this team's got a bit of ways to go, huh? They got a really good quarterback. Wide receiver 1, I think, will be fine. But then everyone else, even Krosky Merritt, he's 25 years old. He's not even 80 overall, and he's normal. Could all be replaced and maybe need to be replaced. No Ertz. Ballore, who's played 1 billion years as well. A couple of starters, a lot of backups, all retiring on us. Kind of, again, pointing towards the age of this team. Negotiations, a lot of guys that probably do play a decent bit of a factor for this team in terms of depth, but we can fill those positions pretty easily, I think, outside of this realm. That is a lot of money for Mariota, who is okay, but I wouldn't pay more than like 4 or 5 for him. And yeah, I mean, I don't even know if we're going to keep the kicker. What about Matt Gay? How good was he? Yeah, I think we're going to place all these guys. These are all gone. Free agency, $85 million. We got, I didn't even notice. I thought Bobby just retired. I didn't even see him on the list. How did I ignore it? Just probably the age. Probably saw the age and just completely left him. Now, take it, nobody wants him because of the age, but in general, do you bring in Mac? That'd be kind of funny to go from Von Miller to Khalil Mack. I mean, in terms of like, if people forget about history 5-10 years from now, you can get yourself a pretty sick collection of jerseys if that's interesting you, right? Like, hey, look at my Commanders Von Miller and Khalil Mack jersey. It's like, oh, damn, they actually had some sick pass rushers. Like, well, I don't know. Ryan Kerrigan. Fair, that's actually legit. But yeah, we need a pass rusher. Khalil Mack is a pass rusher. That's all I can really say about that, and he's always done well in sim. So going from one old pass rusher to the next, I think that's just the way you got to do it. And is Daniel Jones still this low of an overall in game? I don't want to rebuild the Colts because they're literally like the best team in the league based on record. But at the same time, I want to also rebuild them because I want to get to all 32 teams before they actually say, okay, F it, this guy deserves to be like an 85 overall. It's like, oh. So I don't really know, because at the same time, a lot of you guys probably want us to have him as 85 overall, because then it makes it more realistic to actually rebuild that team. Whereas if he's in 79 overall or whatever lower, I'm going to want to move on from him, which obviously I'm not going to do that. It's a tough one, all right? Offensive line's kind of weak in here. I mean, outside of Khalil Mack and Bobby Wagner, which if you would have told me those names 5-10 years ago, I was like, what do you mean besides them? Those are literally like the two best players in the league. Two of the. And yeah, those are going to be the two guys. Dane Belton maybe also sign them. Again, decent bit of money and still a lot of way to go for making this team halfway decent. All right, all three guys are moved on, and they're all moved on to our team. We'll take that. So, Khalil Mack, welcome, superstar. For our draft picks, pick 6 overall. Got a couple of quantity picks like we talked about. Not a whole lot of quality. I think they might be owed one more pick, but I know for a fact they don't have a second or fourth, or they lost theirs at least. I think was that the Debo trade? What was the, no, the Tunsil. Yeah, there's that. All right, in the draft, we have pick 6 overall. No second round pick, of course, sadly. Edge is a huge positional need for us. Maybe not this season, but next season when Mac is gone. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Dorrance because he wasn't the youngest guy in the world. Wide receiver, however, is also a pretty big need for us. Was it Knight that was fast? No, it was not Knight. I scouted him further. Was it Robbins? One of these guys is pretty damn fast. It was Robbins. There he is. Elite speed. Robbins looks good. I'm thinking about trading down to like 18 or so. Picking up that second round pick we lost. Maybe get the 4th as well. Ramirez looks good. I just think, if it's not Edge, which Amos was the one guy I had scouted, does not look that good. I feel like a trade down is the best case. I mean, I think Edge in the future is not a bad idea. Right now, get some value, make the offense good. That's the plan, I think. All right, make a pretty big trade of 1st, 5th, and 6th this year for a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd this year from the Chargers. Going to slow Simmons as a wide receiver is a need. Debo in the slot does not worry me too much. So I'll put him in the slot, I think, as the move. Although if we're sitting at 19 and there's a decent-looking edge rusher there, it's going to be hard to pass on them. So Robbins is definitely the wide receiver I want the most. So if he was gone, I don't know if I'd have an easy time choosing a different wide receiver. But at the same time, I think pick 6 overall is too high for a wide receiver that doesn't look super amazing. Looks very good, but not like amazing. We can't pass on him type of deal. But we do, of course, have Griffin, who's also, a tall guy. Could use him as well. I just think Robbins is better. And then taking a look at the edge, what do we got? So we still have a round oneer. And then everyone else is kind of like not worth it. Pierce also looks decent, to be fair. Finesse, B tackle, decent athleticism. Probably a guy we end up going for. But as far as who the options, Purnell, who I believe was on the slower side, yeah, it's not happening. It's going to be Mr. Reggie Robbins. Kind of a sick name, to be fair. 5'11", speed, 16 true time. We took him at 19. I don't like that. We're going to have to focus him for hopefully winning Rookie of the Year. Ramirez, see if he is there. Start of the next round. I'm not going to trade up higher than that. I mean, even trading up here is kind of a push. And he is still there. Fernando Ramirez. I think that's going to be the move. We have drafted with this team, or these draft picks before. I can't remember if Ramirez was goated or not, but either way, Ramirez looks good, so I'm going to try to trade up with the Jets to get him. And hopefully I didn't overtrade. I traded, was a 19 in the second round and a late 3rd to get him. I think that's pretty damn spot on. But with that pick, we are going to be taking Fernando Ramirez. I can't remember if he was either an X Factor or normal dev. Either way, true talent 8. And we find out the answer. He is normal dev. I don't want to do it, but I think we're going to be moving on to the Falcons or Chiefs playbooks. I need the tight end involved. I need the wide receivers involved. That's the best, way to do that. guaranteed. Linebackers up there for need. Safeties up there for need. We'll go to 6 and see what's good. Problem is, if we don't trade down, we're not going to have many other picks. But, you know, usually the picks I'm kind of looking for are linemen. And honestly, I don't really need them in this rebuild. So I might be chilling. Anyone else we got here? So we got 2 safeties, Van Buren and Staten. I don't remember anything about either. Although I do remember, I believe, us drafting one of them. It might have been Staten. I can't remember. Our safeties aren't great. But I don't think I'm going to make the move there. I just don't know if I know enough about them. So we're going to be trading down, I think. There you go. Finally, a team that isn't greedy. Like, most of these trades are so bad. They're like, trade for a late 3rd, get a 7th. Like, what are you doing? The Jaguars at least offer me something realistic. Maybe it's because they were going for QB. I don't know. And crazy enough, I'm actually going to take Buzz Edwards. I know he's 23, but he looks like an insane athlete. We need a starting linebacker. We need, honestly, 3 of them. So that's what we're taking. And he's hidden Dev. Yeah, that's a great draft pick. Super high true talent. Not bad at all. And then we move on to the 4th round, which is where we just got our draft pick from, the Jaguars. Problem is, after this 4th round, we're kind of lackluster with that. Do need a running back. Again, I don't hate Krosky, but he's 25 normal. He's not even 80. Okay, I feel like these guys are also, like, names that I recognize. Was it Christie? It might be Christie. I feel like I recognize one of those names, but again, you give me a couple of days away from rebuilds in general, I'll forget all of it. I will instantly forget it. I don't care. It will just happen without my permission. Jamal Pierce, do I really believe in this guy? No block shed. I'm going to trade down once. Let's get to the late 5th, early 6th. That sliver could have been like the most random 12 overall player, but I gave him a 7th in the future to make this trade to get a couple of 5th round picks. That 5th round is higher than... Oh, did I removed the wrong pick? That's why it cost me so much, didn't it? I actually meant to get a later 5th off of them. They actually got their highest 5th. Whoops. My bad. Either way, let's go Jamal Pierce. 72 true. Not bad, actually. Dev. Damn, I thought we got really lucky. I would have found a way to start him. I wouldn't even care. And then next pick, we got a bunch of running backs, so we probably could just chill. The fact that Amerson's still there. Was Amerson actually the normal dev lineman? He was not. Okay, he's in dev. Fair enough. Let's go to 23 in the 6th. See if there's anybody there. Hopefully there's a running back. I really do want to use Krosky Merritt, even though I know for a fact it's a waste. It's a lost cause. Just no way he's going to develop. Christie's still there. Kyle Christie. That name is just familiar. I think this was a good player. 82 true. Hidden. Okay, yeah, well... I'm sorry, Krosky, but you're going to be the backup. We got to start Christie, for sure. And then we take Gardner, who, again, I think that guy is reminding me of someone, too. I really don't remember exactly, but these just... Something reminded me of these players. And then the final player, which might be a kicker. We'll see if there's anybody good. It's a tough one, because you got a guy with good kick power, and then you have a guy who has solid, but he has an A accuracy. Do I just take the chance on him? What's his awareness? I'm going to go for the guy with, like, not much kick power, but looks smart. Diego Espinoza. 13 true. Okay, he's actually not bad. Normal dev. Wait, that's 91 kick power? Okay, so I need to start actually looking at these solid kick power guys then. Because solid 91 is not good for, like, a user, but for sim, that's actually not bad. The hell? The Packers took a QB? What the hell is this? Oh, he's Mr. Irrelevant. That's why. Okay. Looking at the draft recap, though. Some good weapons on offense. Problem is, though, again, they're normal dev. So we're going to have to put a playbook in place that hopefully at least utilizes the guy, even if we don't absolutely dominate with them. As long as they get, 700-plus yards each, especially the tight end, which I know it's a lot asking for a tight end, but that would be fantastic. Of course, right now, Edwards, I think he plays the Sam linebacker spot for us because we did bring back Bobby. Superstar. Wow, what a draft pick. Yeah, I mean, if it's a later pick, I'm willing to take 23, especially if they're linemen, but obviously I'd prefer not to. Then we have Jamal Pierce. I can't remember who the hell I would have taken. He's actually not a bad player at all, by the way. I don't remember who I would have taken if we would have actually taken a pass rusher instead of traded down. I kind of want to look, though. Then Christie, star dev, but he's got to start. He's got the most potential on the team. He's superstar, or not superstar dev, he's star dev, but he's 21 years old. He's very young. Taking a look at the draft. Pierman, I can't remember, dude. I think they all kind of looked like similar ratings-wise, and I wasn't going to commit, so there's really no point in even looking at this. Either way, I think we had a good draft. I just think that we are still kind of kicking the can with the edge rush position a little bit. All right, here is the roster for season number 2. Robin's number 2 because you gotta. You just got to, right? Debo is like 30. Might just be 30. Might just, there might not be 31, 32. You think he's just 30 on the, he's 30 on the nose, which he looks really good, but I think he is deadlier in the slot, underneath, kind of gadgeting around, doing what he's got to do, sweeps, runs, whatever. Obviously, so have the quarterback, you have Christie, the new speedy, but also receiver-bound wide, running back. Looking at the O-line, we're going to start Emerson because Coleman is actually 25 now. So even though he started Dev, definitely does not have as high of a ceiling as Emerson. And obviously I can't start, him over Biotish or anything like that because, well, he's way higher of an overall, right? It's not even close. So looking forward, even Connerly might be someone you want to replace. Oh, he's 22? I thought he started 22. Okay, maybe not. You don't have to worry about that. You thinking about left tackle maybe in the future, center maybe. But other than that, like it. Receivers, I like it. Defensively, we are going to be starting Pierce because Dorrance Armstrong, I thought he was like 27. He's 29. So, yeah, we're going to go Pierce, start him. Hope that works out. Newton, 24 years old, so hopefully he develops. And, the corners are actually kind of sorting themselves out. I put corner on my list for draft, but honestly, it might just be Amos and Sanders still. So, for now, I'm not actually too worried about that. I mean, it's not the worst. We still need some replacements, but overall, we got some guys we can develop and then some veteran presence that could help us make the playoffs. You never know, especially with the playbook change. They're going to go with Atlanta. I think KC is just a little OP, even though the Chiefs don't really win the Super Bowl that much in Sim these days. All right, negotiations. Lattimore, he's not a bad overall, but probably going to be moving on from him. Quan Martin, again, I think he could do better, but we have the money, so why take that chance? Just grab him. Doesn't work out, put him at the backup. $7 million per year for a backup, even though it's a safety position, isn't the worst I've ever seen. Tunsil should be here for at least another season, so let's do a 1 year 30, which he does accept. Things are looking pretty good. Everyone's happy so far. Deron Payne, definitely being inflated by the block shed rating, but still better than anyone else we got on this team. Another 1 year deal that worked out. Debo, we might still keep him. We'll see because he's going to regress a little bit, so we'll wait. And we're seeing Debo like 45 different times here. Biotish again. Let's do one of these things. And yeah, we seem to keep most of the players for at least one more year. Mac might retire. If not, maybe we keep him. We'll see. Same with Bobby Wagner, and Daniels is coming up. But overall, I'm not too worried at the moment. And sadly, the Commanders didn't follow the rule of last year, which is when the tank is on, you tank, damn it. As we will win a couple of games near the end of the season, go 6-11. And we started the year off 0-7, which is strange because you look at the numbers. Offensively, we had a pretty good passing attack. So 0-7, very strange. Win 2 in a row, lose 2, win 2, lose 1, win 2, lose 1. Weird year. But still technically better than last year, especially since when you look at the passing numbers, amazing, right? I mean, this could be a 6-11 MVP winner right here. Rushing, not so great, obviously. And then receiving, Robbins was unbelievable. One of the greatest, if not the greatest season ever, let alone for a rookie. Debo was great. McLaurin was very good. Tight end was solid. Don't know if the Falcons playbook's very good for the tight end and everyone equally, but it's definitely good for that one wide receiver position, let me tell you. Tunsil also, as a 95 overall, gave up 20 sacks. Okay, I guess EA. I mean, they don't know what they're doing, do they? They don't know what the hell they're doing. Let's just, instead of getting angry, let's actually just feel bad. Honestly, I just feel bad at this rate. Pierce, 9 sacks, amazing. Newton, 7, not bad. Payne, 10, really good for a non-pass rusher. And then Mac, 13, pretty good. Looking at the interceptions, a couple of guys had some numbers, but not great. Kicking wasn't great. Punting wasn't great. At least from our standards, right? We usually want 50 yards per punt. Number 1 offense yet, 6-11, huh? Yeah, 6-11 MVP winner is crazy. But we'll take it. Rookie of the year, or offensive player of the year, actually. Forget rookie of the year. Yeah, I'm having a feeling that Robbins... Oh, Cosme's a superstar. I'm having a feeling Robbins might be a damn near 90 overall. Ravens versus Giants, with the winner being the Baltimore Ravens. 9-8, back-to-back years in the Super Bowl. This time they actually make it all the way. And Robbins 91 overall after 1 year, which is fair. I mean, if that actually happened, I think they have no choice but to make him a 99 overall. So 91 is actually on the low side for the season he just had. So yeah, not really surprising that he's at least 91. Probably, like I said, straight up 99 overall. I don't know how you can make him anything but that after the year he had. Ramirez does not go Bendev, sadly. Debo doesn't regress too hard, so we'll keep him around, I'd imagine. Cosme goes to superstar, which is great. And then defensively, Pierce, tell me, Pierce, have you gone to star? He has not gone to star. That is a disaster. Of course, Mack is gone. Edwards goes up to X Factor, which is kind of crazy. He's an 84 overall. Then we want to take a look at the rest of the guys. Safeties, anything? No Belton. Linebacker. Bobby Wagner goes up to star, and he doesn't retire, which is kind of crazy. I think you got to keep him again. I think you got to keep him around. If he wants to stick around, you got to do it. Take a look at the retirements. What do we got for the Commanders? We have just Khalil Mack, which still just is a pretty big one. Lost our leading sacker. Back-to-back years losing the veteran edge rusher, which is tough, but expected. Daniels is about the same you're going to get from a long term, so you might as well just do it now so you can pay him till he's 30, 31, rather than having to pay him till he's 32, 33. So either way, you got to pay him. Lattimore, I think going to move on from, and then something like a sheep there. Debo will do a 1 year, 13, and it wasn't enough. I really thought that was going to be enough. That's my fault. Luvu is going to be gone. Yeah, we're losing some names, but overall, we keep the guys we kind of need to keep. Let's also keep Bobby, 1 year, 12. I can't believe that, though. Like, that doesn't even follow, like, the basic contracts. That just seems like it's coded for the AI to just choose not to resign just to mix it up. Like, it has nothing to do with the contract. It has nothing to do with any of that. Oh, damn, Aiden Hutchinson, though. That is an interesting one. I just don't think they're going to let him go, so I'm going to actually just pass on it. I think we have all the money in the world to make that move. I just don't know if it's realistic. I think I can make the argument for a lot of different cases. And hell, in the past, I probably would have made the argument to get Aiden, but I'm not going to do it. I could have played it how it lies and whatnot, but nope. I'm not touching that. Oh, damn, Debo's getting a huge offer from the Rams. They're like, hey, worked out with Devontae. Let's do it again. O-line. O'Neal interested in. It does suck, though, because we have all this money and honestly, not a whole lot of places to put it. I'm going to freaking pay Bobby less because he decided to try to leave us. Damn, I really want Aiden Hutchinson. What would it even look like? Let's say we offered the base 46 per. Damn, so you can actually just like straight up get him potentially. Okay, you know what? We'll make the argument. If he had a bad year. If he had a terrible year, maybe. Okay, let's find edge elsewhere. We got Wagner. We also got Tui Pelotu and William Hooker. Not saying that edge is off the table, but I felt like Tui Pelotu, whatever happened last season, looked pretty decent. I'm down for 9 sacks. I think that's fine. A 4 year, whatever the hell we offered him, 4 year, 64 is not bad. Just hope he continues to develop. All right, we're at pick 3 overall in the draft, and I struggle with this one because there's some okay edge rushers, right? But if you have a team as good as ours, oh, wow, this guy was a top 5. I want to scout him a little bit further because I liked what I've seen, but I didn't think it was going to like that much. Pick 3 overall for an edge rusher is crazy because I could just literally trade for a good one right now. Maybe I even do that. But that is the biggest positional need. Do I want to do that, though? That's the question. I got to find the right piece. I got to find the right player. They got to be old enough, I think, to where, the team would be potentially willing to get rid of them, especially if, the team hasn't played well, similar to us. But it just feels like pick 3 overall for an edge rusher seems so steep. But we'll see. And I was really thinking about it. I was thinking about going for Brian Burns. And I don't know what to do. Because, this guy could be normal dev. He could be star dev. Hell, even superstar dev is pretty mediocre for someone that's 74, 75, maybe 76 overall. compared to a guaranteed 89 overall. Like, I'd probably get Brian Burns straight up for this trade. And I mean, I don't know. It's kind of realistic. Let's see how Thibodeau's played, because he's got 2 years left. He's an 81 overall. It's interdivisional, though, which is really what's, kind of dragging me away from it as well. Have we seen anything going on here? 4.5 for him. How was Burns played? 8.5, so not a great year for him. I wish it was out of division. It's just interdivision. It's kind of tough. Great, I guess we take Doug Haggins. It's going to be a bad pick. I just know it. True talent 7. So he is in that top, that round 1, which I've seen round 1 be pretty late. 7's not bad. A+ pick. Ah! They cooked me. They cooked me. Do we take a linebacker? Fulton? 4.6, 440, but he looks pretty good. He looks very smart. Wait, we have 2 corners still here? What the hell? Corner's not a big problem for us, but safety kind of is. Langford's probably the best of the bunch, though. Fast enough. Do have actual safeties, though. What about, speaking of safeties, do we have any guys that could play linebacker? Maybe Juan Morales could be Sam. I'm debating a lot of things here. You have the top 5 wide receiver as well, where, Terry McLaurin's not getting any younger, but top 5 is like 76, 77 minimum. The problem is Terry McLaurin is still, he's 31, but he doesn't really fit as a slot receiver, right? I got to take best available. Landry Holloway is going to be the guy. Top 5, true talent, and he's in dev. Yeah, that's got to be what it's got to be. I don't know what else to tell you. It's worth it. And then we still have Morales there, who I think I'm going to take and put at linebacker. I think I'm going to put him at Sam linebacker, 39 true talent. Normal dev, change direction 85, 91 speed, 91 excel. Definitely makes him one of the faster guys, but also kind of want to move up to Seattle and take the other safety we had. And there you go, 4th, 5th, and McCaffrey for a 3rd round pick. And I don't know why I said it like that, McCaffrey. But with that being said, we will take the other safety, Dalton Abrams. Much faster, possibly better. Hidden dev automatically makes him a starter. Damn, dude, these normal devs are killing me. We'll take a nose tackle, defensive tackle, I suppose. Very athletic for 346. Could be hidden. Definitely would not surprise me. 21 true. Yeah, that doesn't really surprise me. Very athletic. It's like they wanted him to be good. Let's trade up with the Patriots. They don't need 2 first-round or 6th-round picks. Neither do we, but I want it. And with that trade, I go for Matthias Rivera, 58 true. Hidden dev, there you go, 6'6", 330, whatever the hell. Of course, the moment of truth. Tell me that guy's at least 75, 76. Okay. Not bad, actually. Even though he's normal dev, which is horrible. Oh, wow. Okay, not bad at all. Not bad. Okay, so normal dev sucks, but 87 finesse is ridiculous. Got to change that number. That is also ridiculous. Not a bad player. Landry Holloway, I really don't know why I took this. Dude, what is with the injuries as well? Injury and toughness, terrible for him as well. Injury-prone players left and right. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know why we even took this guy, but I guess we got to start him. Yeah, we definitely have to start him. Okay, I mean, I'm worried about McLaurin, but at the same time, it's like, well, I can't start a guy over him. I think I can. I think I can very comfortably put somebody in the slot that was once a starter last season. Juan Morales, what's the block shed? 68? I think it's safe to call this guy a linebacker. Well, to see what he actually looks like when we move him over there. Yeah, it only goes down like, what, an overall or 2? Abrams, another normal dev, mind you. I might still have to just start him as strong. Dane Belton's not really progressing much. 26, sure, why not? That also means somebody on this team has 21, huh? Interesting. It's very interesting. DT guard. Take a look at the DT, I suppose. Good block shed. Don't think you're going to get anyone close to an X Factor. Maybe you get, obviously that's star dev, but I don't think you're going to even superstar. Yeah, not going to happen. Definitely want to compare our left end, or right end, whatever, edge, to the guy we could have had. Top 5, but with a 1 to 2 grade. It was Arthur, 74 overall. So our guy is a better overall. Let's go to the Patriots. Derek Arthur. Oh, also normal and significantly worse. Okay. I can definitely live with that decision. We made plays. All right, here we are for season number 3. We have put Holloway at 2, McLaurin at 3. I think he actually fits in the slot pretty nicely. 6 foot tall, 210. I don't know how you defend against that. Did Cooper Kupp hate being in the slot? I'm just saying. Looking at the rest of the squad, though, need that running back and tight end position to go up. Same with the tackle spot, but not a bad-looking team. Defensively, Higgins gets Rookie of the Year or Morales, and really all we're looking at is maybe a new middle linebacker and potentially safety. I suppose we can get a new cornerback, as Sanders still does fit a little bit better as that slot corner because he is on the undersized side, but we could definitely get away with what we've got going on anyways. Again, I think we should have probably made the playoffs last season. Didn't, so hopefully this is the year. All right, here's the big one. 3 years, or a 6-year, $3 billion deal. Let's just call it how it is. It's $3 billion, all right? Is there a way to do a 4-year? I mean, it's not really relevant, to be honest, because we'll do, a 5-year rebuild, so, let's do the 6-year deal, whatever. What do we got for Terry McLaurin? He's not on this list, actually. Okay, never mind. Sainris still, 4-year deal, even if he's actually a slot corner for us, like a future. It's fine. About, fair. Jerzon Newton, what do we got for stats? We have had some very good seasons the last 2 years, so definitely want to keep him based on how he's playing. What about the ratings? Not our best work, but we're going to have to keep him. We're going to have to keep him at that evaluation. $16 million. All right, there you go. We'll do a 3-year. I don't want to do any more than that. At 25, it gives him some time to develop, and if he doesn't develop, we'll move on. Same with the center. Of course, we've already moved on from Coleman. Tunsil, if he's still around, we'll give him a deal, but he might not be, so we'll pay it. We'll wait. And then Payne, how's he playing? He's playing very well. Dude, these DTs, they're not the best players, but they're playing very well. So what do? Replace players that are playing well? I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen. Normally, I'd be like, okay, let's wait just in case it regresses hard, but with that low of an interest, you got to get that going, because otherwise you fail it, and then it's a tag, which, to be fair, the tag's probably not much cheaper or more expensive anyways. Anything else? Punter, maybe. Got a lot of money, though. We're good. Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on here, but 3 straight years of no playoffs. I'm not, again, I don't know why. I'm trying to figure it out myself, but I cannot find the answers. 6-11. Sure, I guess. Let's compare it to the rest of the league, see what our overall is. That's how you know it's bad when we're doing this kind of stuff. Of course, the overall is going to be pretty high across the board, but we see 1 team at 88, 2 teams at 88, not us, I'm not going to count us, 3 teams at 88, 4 teams, 5 teams. We are one of the top 6 teams in the entire league, and we can't even sniff the playoffs. I mean, we are so far out of the playoffs. We're almost the worst team in the NFC, yet we're the 6th best roster in the entire league. I don't know what to tell you. I changed the playbooks 3 times on the season, and maybe this Green Bay scheme here, 2-2, is cool. I guess 2-2 is not bad. Is that worthy of saying, okay, that playbook's good? I don't know. Run game has been garbage, mind you. It has been horrible. Horrible so far. Yeah, okay. I guess that's the route we're playing. Didn't change the defensive scheme. Higgins, 5.5. I doubt that's going to be enough. Newton slowed down a little bit since we looked at him during the re-signings, but still a great season at 12.5. Payne really slowed down. And then Morales could actually win Rookie of the Year. Definitely not going to be our edge rusher, but Morales, I think, does have a pretty good chance to do it. So we'll see. We also do it the Daniels, who won an MVP, and then is 3rd in MVP, and the team isn't even close to the playoffs. I mean, look at all those freaking... We got Morales in there as well. Look at all those wins for awards. I don't know. 8-9, 9-8. Okay, I understand that. Bad thing happens. You lose 1 or 2 games in unfortunate fashion. You miss the playoffs. 6-11. That is literally telling us we're not good enough. There's no argument to that. They're just saying straight up, we are not good enough. This is also probably when we lose Bobby Wagner. And it is. And Tunsil, like I talked about, we could lose Tunsil, and we did at 34 years old. That's why we didn't offer that contract. Let's take a look at the dev up. So Holloway, we already knew as an X Factor, goes to a 92 overall. So definitely not struggling with wide receiver at all in this one. Robbins and Holloway both 90-plussers after 1 year at McLaurin in the 90s. 3 90-plus overall wide receivers, mind you. Tight end, still normal dev, but he's a good overall. Christie, 82 overall, but he's getting there. Morales goes straight to superstar, which is sweet. Deserved to be fair. I'm a little surprised his overall is only an 80. About to be 81, to be fair, but yeah, not a bad player at all. Could always move him back to safety at some point in the future. Abrams doesn't go up in dev, but he is an 80 overall, so made the right call, I think. Higgins goes up A few he's normal dev still, though. Yeah, just unfortunate sim losing. I mean, just think of how good the team could have been if we actually won games. We've went, like, I don't even know, like, what, 16 and 30-something? Ridiculous. Pretty stupid, to be honest. But Conley, if we're going to keep him, we'll just pay him long-term. And I think we're going to replace the center. I know we just lost our left tackle, but 83 overall for a center isn't the best. We can move some players around. Behringer didn't even have 50 yards per punt, so no thank you there. And then, the fullback I'll actually keep. Okay, see you later. Like, that cheap of a deal, unless you're just, like, the worst player of all time, the team's probably going to keep you. There's no way you decline that contract. Like, you're guaranteeing $600K off rip and over $1 million per year at a position that is very hard to get a roster spot for. And he doesn't stand out in any way. I don't know what that's all about, but Packers lose Gary. The Packers lose McKinney. Very interested. Thinking about that Packers franchise, just what can we do? Because this contract's going to be tough. Could get Gary. Don't really want to, though. I'd just rather develop Higgins. And maybe you get Jenkins, put him at left tackle just as like a quick bandage fix. Because we're into year 4 now and we haven't made the playoffs. I want to get the best team possible, no matter what it costs. And we get 2 signings. Ellen Jenkins will be playing left tackle for us. And then Tony Sheldon, the 5-year deal for this long snapper. Very tough position to get a decent one at, and there you go, 77 overall. All right, pick 5 overall. There was I was about to say, let's see how good he looks. There was a solid-looking pass rusher, a bunch of A and Bs, and a few A to Cs, and I mean, it looks good, but I think we're just going to rock with what we got. I scouted the running back position a little bit more, because I don't really like the way our guy's developing. Truman looks good, but again, another guy where, sure, like, we're used to drafting amazing players, and, these guys are good, and they're better than, you would ever expect, right? But at the same time, they're not as good as I was hoping. So don't know if I'm going to take that kind of risk taking these first-round players like that. Corner's definitely a need. Safety's sort of a need. Not even sort of. Quan Martin's really. He's like 27, 28 years old now, I think. I don't know what do you do at pick 5. I don't know. I like the corners a little bit. I mean, if Yarbrough's there at 5, I might take him. A to B. It's pretty damn good, but the problem is he probably won't be there. It'd be the highest corner we've taken in some time. Looks very good, though. A to B is kind of hard to beat. Chicago's probably going to take him, though. And no, they don't. Pick 5 overall for a corner, though. He does look good, though. You can't deny it. You cannot deny it. He also have a 6'4 corner, though, but those guys could be anywhere from, normal to superstar. Usually not X Factor. Also an A to B. He looks good, but I really do think Yarbrough looks better. Not even I think, I pretty much know. Catching of A, usually we have the good catching. That's when they're good players. I'm going to take him. Marion Yarbrough. Hopefully this is not a bad decision. All right, true talent, 6. That's not bad. And he's in dev. All right, fair enough. We'll see how that pans out. Hopefully he's like a 77 overall plus. Maybe superstar dev, we're lucky. And I hate taking linebacker so early, but this guy does look very good. Block shedding's his only weakness. He is insanely athletic. This guy will be a new starter for us no matter what. Please be hidden, though. Yes! Huge pick. Huge! I almost took the running back because Truman was still there, but that is the position we needed. Linebacker for sure. Corner's up there. Linebacker's for sure up there. And then, honestly, I probably should have slow simmed a little bit because if there's a safety there, I would have definitely taken safety as well. And there sort of kind of is. Garrett, also a solid-looking corner. Could be someone we take. Do you have another linebacker, too? Because, I mean, if we get a linebacker that's good, we can move over the linebacker we took last year, Morales, safety last year, and then move him over to linebacker himself. I don't know who's going to be better, though. Foot was a 4.55, looks elite in speed. Or Townsend, an actual Mike linebacker who's very similar. I honestly don't know who's better. They're very similar athletes, but I think I get the block sheds, B to D, but he's probably going to be a D anyways. I think Foot has just a little bit more potential to him. So let's see. Are we moving Morales as a safety or not? 57 true. And we are. And I'm going to take Dorian Boss. This guy looks actually really good. Day 3 projection, 1 to 2 talent grade. Taking the chance. We don't usually take day 3 tackles. They're usually pretty bad, but yeah, this is not one of them. Huge draft pick. Don't know if where we're going to start him. We might actually just put Elton Jenkins at center and put that guy left tackle. Have some DTs. The problem is those DTs are actually nose tackles, so honestly, I don't have a use for them. And then Schaefer kind of reminds me of Christie a little bit, so I'm going to take him, Eric Schaffer. Let's see what he looks like. True talent of... Oh, it is actually 23. Damn, normal dev. So, reminds me of him, but not exactly. No remaining draft picks, so the last pick is going to be Austin Porter, who obviously looks very good. True talent. Wow, really? 73? Wow. I am surprised. It's not an exact science, right? We'll miss some picks here and there. Usually we draft players that are pretty damn good, but damn, that one actually surprised me, dude. Like, tell me you thought that one. Hell, normal dev happens, but 73 true talent on top of normal dev, that is very surprising. And there's the corner, 79 overall. Definitely need to compare him to the other guy, 6'4". But, yeah, another injury, toughness guy that's like, it's not great. Kind of crazy. Either way, let's take a look at the dev. Come on. Star dev, damn. We'll have to see how he compares. He will be our corner 2. Now, though, we'll have Sainer still at 3. And then the linebackers, I mean, sure, we're going to start him. But I guess Edwards plays the Mike, and these guys just play on the opposite sides of him. Makes the most sense, I think. Dev for Keaton is star. I feel like it's kind of harsh to only be star when you're that high, but I suppose he could have been normal, which obviously is worse. Oh, wow. I'm going to go straight to the tackle because Boss, surprisingly high overall. 76. I thought maybe 74, 75 at best, but 76. Dev, he is. I really thought Superstar, to be honest. Looks like he's about 55 years old, so, got to get a move on. And then we'll take a look at foot since we're here as well. It'll be the, I guess the other guy should be the Sam because this guy is 6'1", 234. He's a bit bigger. Dev for foot is Superstar. Not bad. Oh, my. Sure, this edge rusher looks good. That might be the worst player I've ever seen. Pick 2 overall, 61 overall. We got to see that. Vikings guard. And then the corner was to the Lions. That is probably the worst bust I've seen in Madden history. They took a 61 overall who was 23. He is hidden, though. I mean, even if he's Superstar, I don't think you can justify that. Even an X Factor. And he's neither of those things. That is a tough one. That is one of the, it's hard to say because he's hidden now. But, and I think I've seen a couple of normals that are around that, but that is potentially the worst I've ever seen. Especially at 23. But here is Enrique McGowan, 78 overall hidden. Press a little worse. Manning zone is great. Injury and stamina are solid. Considering he's 6'4", he is automatically better than the guy we took. In Madden, it's not going to matter, but in a user setting, yeah, he is better. Star dev as well, but yeah, he is definitely better than our guy. All right, here is the squad for year number 4. We're getting to that point where I'm almost out of options. I'm not really sure what more they want me to do to be at least a playoff team, let alone a Super Bowl winner. And then we look at the defensive side of the ball where, yeah, I mean, sure, we could use a better pass rush, but outside of doing the whole trade for a proven guy, this is like the route to do it. So at this point, we're like kind of pushing the boundaries of what's even possible in the 5 years. So not sure. We might have to do a 6-year. We'll see. All right, $168 million. Where does all this money come from? Maybe this is just the year we have to pay everybody, huh? Amos. Connerly is actually not bad. Terry McLaurin is probably not a cap casualty, but just a what's the point of keeping him anymore kind of situation. He's going to regress pretty hard. You got a lot of money, though. I think it's just the fact that we don't really have many edge rushers, though, right? Like, our edge is just rookie deal / cheap contract, not the best players situation. Connerly, though, at $20 million per, just about. I'm down. I hate him. I don't want him. Just kidding, kind of. Nobody wants to be here. We're actually winning for once, and nobody wants to be here, huh? Nice. All right, we're going to bump the contracts a little bit more than this. I'm getting greedy. I get it. Also, why am I not just putting Cosme back at tackle? That's also an option. Put him at left tackle. We have pretty good tackles then. Winning in and lose, and you could get really unlucky and maybe miss the playoffs. That'd be insane, because right now we're the 5th seed. But if we actually lost the playoff spot here, that would be crazy, but possible. And we got lucky. What's the seeding? 6th seed. Again, I don't want to be like, okay, well, that's bullcrap. We're 92 overall. We should be, clearing the playoffs easily. But at the same time, We're 92 overall. This is bullcrap. You know, like, what are we doing? Either way, it's fine. We made the playoffs. Kept the game the same defensively. Offensively, though, we have changed it to Green Bay. We stuck with Green Bay the last 4 games of the season into this season. And, yeah, Daniels looks great. Christie looks better. And while no one individually has been the best of the bunch, even though you could argue McLaurin definitely was the best, it is a good group effort. O-line, I have definitely seen far worse than pass rush. Maybe we do change it because what is this? I mean, these numbers suck. They're horrible. Yarbrough is okay with 2 picks. Amos with 2. Espinoza, decent. Punting, pretty damn good. Kick return, punt return game, not a whole lot. But the good thing is, they finally made the playoffs. Jane Daniels at top 5 for MVP. Anything else going on here? We have number 2 for QB. What about rookie? Did we even start a damn rookie? Oh, yeah, our corner is number 4. McGowan was number 2. Glad he didn't win it. Cobb. Packers got a new Cobb. And nothing on offense. Anything else? And it would appear not. But, again, we're in the playoffs. It's a hell of an improvement over the last 3 seasons. Is the year 4 magic actually going to happen yet again? 7-0, Tampa leads. We get a touchdown to tie back up. They get a field goal to regain the lead. We get a touchdown to take the lead. 14-17, huge drive before half. Tampa leading by 10 now after a touchdown. We are now down by 3. We are up by 4. Tampa driving down. This is a hell of a game. They go for it on 4th and 4. Convert. 3rd and 12. 4th and 4. They go for it again, and they score the touchdown. And then we get a huge play that is actually a turn up. Wow! What the hell just happened? It was 28-24 a second ago, and we lose 28-45 with a blink of the eye. We're 6 overalls higher than them, and yet we have the worst offense and defense in the league. Excuse me. What the hell was that? Literally a blink of the eye, and it just exploded. Where's the scoring summary? 21. 21 points in the 4th. How? Why is it always us? Going on to year 5. Wow, that was like instant. We literally blinked. And here we are, out of the playoffs. At least, man, they don't do it. But it's at least go to the Super Bowl and win the damn thing. At least make you feel a little better. No, not going to be the case. We lost our team that didn't even make the Super Bowl, let alone win it. Yeah, and then it's going to be the division rivals that win it, huh? And it is. Damn, son. We are getting pretty damn unlucky out here, right? Looking at offense. Christie, 86 overall. Was Hooker star dev? The hell? I swear he was normal. I mean, I don't see anything. Goes all the way back to week 9. I don't know. Either way. McLaurin. Oof, that is a tough regression. That is like 4 overalls, I think. Significant either way. I don't know if it was exactly 4 or not, but that's a tough one. Offensive line, Ellen Jenkins still there, which is sick. Defensively, Hagen stays the same. I mean, why wouldn't he? The team was pretty bad. Abrams goes a star, though, which is nice. And then Foote is a superstar, which I think he actually already was. Star dev for Abrams. I don't know what to do. Like, do we trade for a pass rusher? Oof. It's tough. It is tough. Amos 88 overall, though, which is nice. Let's take a look. Did we have any retirements? I might have forgot. About someone. Krosky Merritt, because we didn't use them enough. That's crazy. That was actually a pretty damn high overall, too. Like 78, 80. Kind of in that range. Either way, $128 million. If you're no. 1 year, I mean, you have all this money. Why not? We'll do a 1 year 16. I'm bumping it because I just don't think he'll take less. Yeah, it's just. There's something in the game that's telling that guy, Terry McLaurin, to just leave. Because he's not a... I can't even say he's not a starter anymore. He's the best season out of all of them. Of course, we didn't even finish the deal on Deron Payne. He'll probably leave, too. He actually sticks around. I mean, we do have a lot of money still, so if there's a big-name free agent, we could make a play. And Ellen Jenkins, not bad, but we can either get him back or maybe find better in free agency. And then Bejorquez was actually really good for us. So we'll do a 1 year 4, which will decline. He did not. Maybe it was that 100K I accidentally put on there. Like, brought him back, I should say. But here we are, year number 5, and we haven't even won a playoff game. I did not think that this was going to be even relatively close. Like, it's not year 5 yet, but we're going on to it. But yeah, I thought, you got Jane Daniels. This is going to be a relatively, straightforward rebuild as Brian Burns is a free agent, tempting me more than I've ever been tempted before. That's a tough one. That is really tough. How old is he now? 32. He wants a 1-year deal. Oh, my Lord. What am I supposed to do? Say no? We're going to try to get him. I don't care. I don't know who's offering him, but we're going to try to beat it. 1 year 40, I think, is going to be the offer. Damn, it's not even a 5-bar. The Saints are just going to take him. All right, straight up. By the way, I just offered him a $45 million deal with 30 of it being guaranteed, and it was less than if I just offered him whatever the hell this was. Whatever I just offered him. This. Like, can somebody please just, like, slap someone over there? Definitely not going to have Burns, though, unless we're insanely lucky, which we are not. What did he take? He took 1 year, less than $40 million. 9 and 8 Saints, I guess he believes in them more. Hell, they might have made him further than we did, to be fair. I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, it's not exactly the last year, per se, but at the same time, I don't really want to draft some rookies that are going to sit back up when we're trying to win it all right now. I think with my lot on the team now, you move everyone on this left side one over to the right. So Anderson's the center, he's 6'3". Boss, who's 6'4", is the left guard, and then my lot at left tackle with all these guys still sitting at where they're sitting at, and then defensively, I mean, what do? You get a better DT. I'm going to try to make a trade for a DT, I think, and that's really about it. What we're doing right now isn't working, so we're going to go crazy mode. All right, we're making a move. Deron Payne, a first-round pick and a sixth-round pick for Milton Williams. Milton is only 2 years younger, 4 overalls higher, but a different type of player, an actual pass rusher. Not a whole lot of options out there when it comes to defensive tackles, but actual guy that can pass rush for once. Double-digit sacker pretty much every season for the last 5 here. Definitely a guy that could add to this team quite a bit. We still have a second-round pick, though, so we will obviously be drafting. All right, we're in the draft pick, number 20 in the second round. A couple of wide receivers on our list. Samuels, the one guy I scouted. I figured if I'm going to scout anyone in the first round, it'd be a late first-rounder. A couple of tight ends we scouted in week 13. DT's kind of a need, but not at the moment. And then, both these corners are actually top 5s. Might have to go for one of them. Might have to make a trade up. Yep, we're going to slow sim until we're down to 1. Second and third, this, and a 6 next year to move up to the Vikings pick. It's actually going to be for a wide receiver, not a cornerback. It's going to be Julius Samuels in the end. Need that wide receiver 3 position. 6 true talent, and I'm actually a little surprised. I got 76 overall normal vibes every day of the week, but that's not terrible. We don't even need a wide receiver that much. Just need somebody at the 3 spot, which we have that luxury right now. I think we have that luxury of a draft pick. We're now moving in the 4th, 5th, 6th round, which is, of course, going to be your guard and your DTs, which Nelson Young looks amazing, to be fair. Nose tackle, but still 15 true talent, normal dev. I mean, he looks too good to pass on, right? And then another center type, Earl Lowry. 24 true, hidden dev. That'll be the rest of the draft. Draft recap, 78 overall. Wow. It's actually pretty damn good. Julius Samuels, we're number 28, which is crazy because we actually only have 2 other wide receivers on the roster currently. So I don't know how number 29 becomes the number he gets, but sure, start Ev. Not sure what the hell that's about, but why not? All right, season number 5. It's not the perfect team, but it's a 92 overall. This is a team that is in the playoffs by default, and if it isn't, again, somebody take over the rights. Again, our pass rush isn't the best, but it's a 92 overall. You know, there's no other team that's even probably barely in the 90s at best. And I wanted to prove these things as we see not even the Chiefs are a 90. We have no 90s. I really thought there would have been at least one. Nope, the highest overall is 89 besides us. Starting the season off 3-4. Fantastic. Oh my Lord. Robinson wants like $40 million a year, huh? Damn, son, that's a lot of money. What else we got? Edwards, that's definitely something we could do. Emerson, I'm not sure. Christie, I suppose. And then Ramirez, I don't know, dude. He's been not the best. Money's starting to close up a little bit here. But for now, I do feel like we'll be fine. Robbins is so much money, though, and he's not even interested in re-signing. That's the crazy part. Edwards will do a 4-year 64. I can't believe how much I jumped that up, and it still wasn't enough. And we don't keep Robbins, because that is actually crazy. Because I can't offer Robbins 40 per, can I? Yeah, he wants a 6-year 246 now, because he's a 99 overall. Yeah, that's a tag at best. The tag is going to be less than per year money. That's no. That's too much money for a good player, not a great player. I know he's a 99 overall, but on the field, he hasn't been a 99 overall in a couple years now. Since his rookie year, really. And then the rest, $38 million, but that's obviously factoring in the contract to the wide receiver. We'll do this for the tight end. If not, we're moving on. There you go. I can't believe it's come down to this again, but win and in, lose and probably miss. Sure, best team in the league 3 years running and either barely sneaking in the playoffs or straight up missing. I don't get it. I really don't. All right, going to the end of the game. Washington gets 3 to start. The Jets get a huge drive, no score. We get a touchdown bouncing back from that. 10-0, still 10-0. Still 10-0. Halftime score 17-0, 17-7. And then with that 24-7 should be a win, which will send us to the playoffs automatically. And wow, I don't get it. I don't get how you can be the best team in the league and not only not make a Super Bowl, but barely even make the playoffs or straight up miss them. I don't know what to tell you. Also, I realized that the running back is still wearing 21. Sure, that has been fantastic for you guys. I'm sure you guys are all loving that. Not sure why they don't have the retired numbers just in the game automatically, but sure, whatever. But he's wearing 22 now, and the Giants have won the division, 12-5. We are 10-7. We are a 4 overall better, 3 overall better team than them. Let's take a look at our win-loss on the season. I mean, we started the season 1-4, dude. I don't know, dude. I don't know what to tell you. These are the numbers, though. Jaden Daniels might have won another MVP. Chrissy was decent enough. Receivers all over the place. Samuel's probably good enough for Offensive Rookie of the Year, though. O-line, not bad. Outside of the center, giving up 7 whole sacks. Pass rush, garbage, honestly. Like, DT Williams is solid, but everyone else, I mean, the DTs did well. Edge, not so much. Haggins is, like, it is so hard not to just get pissed off at this game. 94 finesse, 87 block shed. He's got 3.5 sacks playing a full season at edge. How? I don't know. It's just, gotta accept it. That's just the way the game is, unfortunately. Let's take a look at the yearly awards. MVP, no. Number 4. Those numbers were number 4. I can't believe that. I wonder what the hell the other seasons look like. Did get Rookie of the Year, which is nice. Got best QB on the NFC side, at least. And we ended up with best kicker as well, who we re-signed to a 3-year 18, I believe it was. Either way, against the Giants, honestly, it could be the final season. If we have no run at all, I'm just done. Like, it's just clear-cut. You know, the team's not going to get any better. We're about to lose several high overall linemen and maybe even the damn wide receiver. Who knows? I don't ask for much. We just beat the Jets, so, you know, why not the Giants next? 7-0, 14-0, good start at least. We just get one playoff win. Like, that, I don't ask for much. Huge drive before half. Giants not going away, though. 31-14, 38-14, 38-22. And with that field goal, I think that will be enough. And it will be 48-29. I can't believe the defense gave up 29 points, though. I mean, the offense kind of demoralized them, and yet the defense still gave up some points. 29's a lot. It's just when you see 49 and 48, it doesn't look as bad. Daniel's obviously amazing. Scattaboo. How? Crazy. Samuel's 3 touchdowns, 100 yards. Mailata gave up 2 sacks. Tui Pelotu, 2 sacks. Abdul Carter, 2 sacks. Josh Lampman, 2 sacks. 1 for Newton, 1 for Lawrence. They outperformed us there. Amos with a pick, though. And then kicking was very good. Undefeated. I guess there's no un with that, right? I was trying to think of an un word. No, it's just perfect, I guess, would be the word. To the divisional. Maybe it's a year 5. Maybe it's a year nothing. We'll see. Niners, we haven't beat by 8 overalls. Come on. Here we go. The end of the game. 0-0. 7-0. 7-0 still. Defense actually playing pretty well this time. 14-0, 14-7 before half. We get a huge field goal. 10-point lead. Had a chance to drive. Stalled out. Up by 7. Now up by nothing. Huge drive down to the 4. Come on, get that touchdown. There you go. 7-point lead again. 3rd and 5, no stop. 3rd and 4, no stop. 3rd and 7, 4th and 1 now. I mean, getting this stop wins you the game. I think you definitely got to get some linebackers in there. It's got to be a run, right? Has to be a run. And they're going to run it. And wow, they're just going to score a touchdown, huh? Wow, what a spin, by the way, to the 5. I can't believe that actually worked. That's crazy. And this is not good for us. Got a lot of linebackers in on a play that is clearly not a run. And we're out there. We are out there. Get out of bounds. Thank you. Going to run the same play. We're running a similar play. We should be, in theory, on it a little bit better. Opens a pass. And just too much time to throw. I mean, we ran like 7 blitzers now. Okay. To be fair, it might have been only 1 or 2, or 5 or 6. Not a bad little start here in 3rd and 10. Come on, dude. How do you just fail that hard? Go route for Robbins. I'd prefer that to be Holloway, but what can you do? Robbins. And never mind. 4th and inches. You got to go for it. You got no choice. They agree. Which is crazy risky because, I mean, there's no guarantees here. If we don't get this, they're probably winning the game. We're going to go with mesh, but there's a pretty good chance we just take off. And that is just dead. They played it perfectly. Perfect coverage. Dude, there's no way we're about to lose this game, right? Come on, guys. Make a play. Somebody get in there. And we're in trouble. He's in trouble. We're not in trouble. We got him. Huge loss. I don't know why I didn't throw that away, by the way. All right. Not going to be a field goal to win it. Looks like overtime. Kicks it straight to Samuels, who will get a decent return. Cheat crossers, huh? I mean, we got a little bit of speed out there with Robbins. Samuels isn't exactly slow. Oh, they're going to leave him. Oh, he's open. Huge play. Gets out of bounds at the 36. I just love the idea that they're like, here, run the ball. It's like, you do realize it's still not a guaranteed field goal, right? Like, I'll take that over running the ball any day of the week. It's hard to tell even, like, where anything is. Okay, did we miss it? It looks good to me. It is up, and it is good. We are moving on to the championship round. There's a lot of back and forth nothingness, but when it counted most, we actually got it done. Can't believe we got that 3rd and 3 stop. 9 times out of 10, we give that up. Not this time. Daniels was solid. Christie was just awful. Robbins is obviously clutch, especially with that huge crosser near the end of the game. Milton and Tui, not bad at all. Picks, none. Kicking clean. We need that. I mean, 1 missed extra point, 1 field goal. Who the hell knows what happens? But hey, at least we're winning some playoff games. Now on to the championship round. It is going to be against the Atlanta Falcons. Let's actually take a look, because it's not a team that I'm used to seeing. So the Falcons were against Saints. They won by 1. Then they played against the Rams. They won by 3. Bills, Chargers on the other side. Chargers, Falcons, or Commanders, Falcons right here. That's it. We haven't beat by 7 overalls, but that's done nothing for us in the past so far. All right, end of the game. 0-0. 3-0. Oh, come on. Atlanta's going to win this, aren't they? Up by 6. Dude, 0 points in the first quarter. First half, anyways. 7-6. Nice little turnaround, though. We're up by 4. Defense is just carrying hard. Up by 11. Up by 8. Up by 0. 3rd and 8. Okay, come on, offense. Defense is giving you everything. I mean, they've given them everything to win this game. Got to do it. You got to do it for this defense. Nobody on the running back. Well, that. And then he... Wow. Way to go, Christie. You've done well there. But I don't know how that went so badly, though. He's so open, and we gain, like, nothing. They have to punt it, thankfully, because, again, the defense is doing everything. Offense has a chance here. Moving down nicely. Clock is running hard. They've wasted all of the clock for the most part, although Atlanta will have a little bit of a time with it, which I agree you try to just let this clock go. Maybe not. And there you go. Robbins. No. As much as that is a touchdown, which is an unbelievable play by Robbins, now you gotta win it with a field goal. There's no point to go for the touchdown there. That'd be the stupidest touchdown in NFL history. Run this ball, recenter it, slides to the 4 for the game winner now. I don't know why they're suggesting a play, by the way. Field goal time. I mean, this is the chippiest chip shot of all time. We're headed to a damn Super Bowl. That's crazy. Assuming we don't get blocked, obviously that's possible. Can't jinx it if you mention it, I think. I don't know. I'm a big believer of something won't happen if you straight up call it out. Like, if you say something like, hasn't missed in a while, it's like, that's kind of calling it out, but it's not like, there's no way he could miss. You know, if you say something like, you never know, they could pick it off, and then it happens, it's like, I don't know, I kind of called it out. I already mentioned it. It's too late. I beat you to the punch. Either way, let's take a look at the numbers, which were not amazing, but good. Running game, Christie has just been so garbage. Like, just... Again, why you don't want to draft and develop running backs is just a waste. It's a waste of your time, simply put. Even, I mean, edge, running back, two positions that just make no sense to develop in the game. It's just stupid. Trade for a proven guy, or if you're in a user league, obviously you can create pretty much anyone with just good gameplay. But yeah, Rita Simming, don't even bother. It's just not worth it. Never will be. How many seasons we gave freaking Christie, and yet still garbage. And here it is, the Buffalo Bills, 91 overall, the highest team we faced so far, I believe. It's not how I wanted to look at this, but sure, we'll do it anyways. The Bills had to beat the Colts by 6, had to beat the Chiefs by 8, had to beat the Chargers by 3, and then hopefully they don't beat us here in a moment. Either way, pretty happy with how this ended. Everything else, though, not happy at all. Not in the slightest. Samuels, he wasn't a superstar already, was he? He was a star dev, so... Not quite the 90 overall these other guys have been, but obviously with 15 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards, you're going to get pretty high overall. I would say the season he just had, he'd probably be close to an 85, 86, so not too much lower than what he already actually is. But Ramirez also, kind of clutch timing, we signed him to 3-39, gets a star dev up, which, of course, 3-39 in today's market's crazy, because, I mean, Ferguson got like 12 mil per year, you know? But defensively... Don't know who went up in dev, but I guess it's kind of irrelevant, especially when it's not the guys you need, like Higgins, who has just been mid. Either way, for all the marbles, don't care who has or hasn't developed, what has or hasn't happened to this point. If we win the Super Bowl, it doesn't mean anything, you know, right? It's like, who cares about all that other stuff? Here it is. Anytime we mention a blowout, it usually doesn't go our way, but come on, let's just have a blowout. Let's win 41-10. Or we'll just have a completely insanely low-scoring game that I've ever seen. Giving Patriots-Rams a run. 10-10, Buffalo 17. I hate that so much. We're so screwed. We gain 1 yard in 2 plays. That's tough. All right, what do we want to do? I don't really like that short play there. I also don't like anything where it's not going to be across the middle. Like, I need something. Create that. Please catch it. Drops it, dude. Is he not a 99? Dude, he's a 99 overall. I don't know if I agree. I don't know if I agree with going for it either, but I also don't agree with a field goal. I'm not sure what a field goal does for me. We got talent. Somebody just get open. There he goes. There is the opening. It's the tight end, Ramirez, to the 9. Jaden Daniels been pretty bad, but could clutch up. Could clutch up. Let's see it. There he goes. 17 all. And 4th and 5, they do get the stop. So the field goal would have been... for nothing with an interception like that. Yeah, the field goal would have been literally for nothing because of a pick. I mean, there's no pressure either. Well, I mean, there's pressure, but it's not as bad. Being tied up 17 all is a lot better than being down 17-13, in case you were wondering. Oh, crap, we're burned. Oh, but not as bad as that guy. Damn. 99% of rebuilds we do, we are the underdog while being the higher overall. It's getting a little old. We're going to run with Daniels. Got some speed. Let's actually utilize it for once. That was run 2 of 2. Interesting. Or 1 of 2, I should say. I don't know why I said 2 of 2. I mean, it's not the end of the day. End of the world. The game's got plenty of time. 2 interceptions. Fantastic. Good job, Jaden. Can we get to the line, or are you going to celebrate with under 2 minutes left in the freaking Super Bowl? Is that okay for me to get back out there now? Okay. Oh, God. This play is going to take a while, huh? What the hell am I witnessing here? Gotta cut it in. Yeah, you got to. Totally worth it. Good job, Christie. It's just so weird to me, though, because Christie is a good player, clearly. Throw it away. And he just tucks it, dude. Damn, that's crazy. Taking it likely wouldn't have mattered anyways, but still. Probably would have been grounded. Outside, perfectly timed throw and catch. Gains 9. Got a slam for Washington. Of all the players to, like, clutch up for here, us here would be crazy if it's Washington, which it is. What a play, Washington. Big hit down to the 4. Clock running does not bother me. I don't want them to have time. I don't know if I would run the ball either, but it's something. And we almost get completely destroyed. But I will say the clock is perfect. You know, we are last play. Last set of plays. That's a dot. That is not a dot. That is a very overthrown ball. The timing on that is perfect. I mean, we are throwing this right past Bosa. And Daniels just throws this insanely far. Come on, Jaden. Come on, Jaden. You can do better than that. I know you can do better than that. Please. Nice. I don't know why you left him. Corner blitz didn't work. They're telling us to kick the extra point. Oh, man. You know what? I actually agree. I agree. I think our defense has done enough. And while our offense hasn't been great, I think they've been good enough. And they've been good enough. They just need to stop. They just need to stop, and they could win it. I don't like this. I don't like the ice bar, in case you were wondering. Yeah, that's perfect. This is the damn Super Bowl, you know? A little bit of a different game. Wild card, you know, divisional, even championship. I can't even say even championship round, but those two, yeah, I'm willing. Who's this? Is this us? Okay. Okay, I like it. I like it. I like that. All right, we got to get a stop, though, because they're probably going to go for 2 if they get it. 3rd and 15. 4th and 11. Stop wins it. I don't know what the hell to run here, dude. Cover 3 is usually my go-to. 4 receivers scares me. Pass rush probably won't get there. Please! Oh my God, what a throw. That is such good coverage, and Josh Allen just did more. Not sure what kind of coverage we got going on here. This is crazy. He will take the underneath. What a damn hit. Oh my. That was us. We would have fumbled that 10 times out of 10. Them, they're chilling. Did not mean to go with run defense. This is literally DOA. This is bad. Should have called a timeout. Let's call a timeout. I wanted mid-blitz. Not that. 2-point conversion wins it, so a lot to ask for. Sacked. Huge. 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11. Corner blitz. Don't love it. Abrams dropping. Come on. Pick it off for the win. Good D. Good D. Good D. 4th and 11. Do you bring the heat? Last time it wouldn't have mattered. They would have gotten it off anyways. But the big thing is you're pressing, so it could be worth it. Sainris still. You can kind of drop off Abrams a little bit. And he has him. Huge play! Sainris still! Commanders win the Super Bowl! Outsized by at least 6 inches. And a win for the Commanders. All the name changes, but one thing you can't change is Super Bowl champion. Oh my. That was definitely quite the finish. Some of these plays that we had to run and come up with, and oh my. They had the matchup they wanted. I don't know how the hell freaking Sanders still ends up one-on-one against Keon Coleman off rip, but especially in a press situation, but I'm actually surprised he was on him as much as he was, because that is a win matchup for them every damn day of the week. That is ridiculous. Not even relatively close, yet somehow couldn't come up with it. Threw up the chance and didn't come down. And we are Super Bowl champions. Really thought with the way that game was going, we were constantly trailing that we were going to lose. What a game, though. I mean, what an absolute crazy finish. We went for the extra point instead of the go for, which we usually go for 2. And it paid off. 2 picks for Jaden Daniels because he's a bot. Just wants to throw away big opportunities. I don't know what it is, but sure, why not? Sacks, DTs were obviously amazing in this one. Can't say the same for the edge, though. DTs carried this front. And to show you, even though it's insanely clutch, that we did not, do any funny business. 1 game each, no force wins. Packers, kept the Commanders' defense the whole way through, though, which I don't know if that was good or bad, but let's take a look at Josh Connerly, one of the offensive linemen from real life that obviously you're kind of looking to see if he will develop. Developed pretty well. Strength's obviously pretty low, and the power block is not the best, but he's a tackle. If I had to choose one or the other, I would definitely take finesse over power. Looking at Ramirez, looks pretty damn good. Actually, you know what? I want to see what the truck stiff arm juke situation's looking like. Not very good. Admittedly, not the best. What about Robbins, who's now an X Factor? I don't know if that was new or not. Yeah, I was about to say it did look new. He is pretty good at everything except for the short route stuff, which for his size, that is literally what I would want him to develop into. But sure, why not? Why not just ruin a freaking amazing player? Holloway also ends up with another 99 overall. That's potentially title worthy. Look at the juke move, though. 95 juke move for someone who's 6'3". Pretty damn good at basically everything. And then we talked about it with Samuels already. Very good overall that can contribute straight away. Not a deep route guy, but everything else he has. Perfect build for a 6'2 player. Let's take a look now at Christie. 90 overall. Juke move is 98. Spin move is 95. Change direction's amazing. Speed's amazing. Agility's a little low, but outside of break tackle and truck stiff arm, which you get that from the power back upgrades. Very good back. And then quarterback Jaden Daniels, 99 everything, almost. Play action just a bit low, sadly. And we look over at the defense, which, look at Morales. Goes from safety to linebacker, back to safety. Of course, pro level started off as a linebacker for us. Then we move over to strong safety, where Abrams definitely better than I thought he was going to get up to, especially starting off as a normal dev. Then we have the linebackers, which actually did really well, especially Edwards. Buzz Edwards, a 23-year-old, mind you. Not very good in coverage for sure, but big guy with good block shed. Sounds fine to me. You got yourself a new Bobby Wagner, honestly. Keaton, a little bit of the opposite. Very athletic with good coverage. Not so much for the block shed. And then we have Foot, Devin Foot. Very good zone coverage. Good player. Linebackers actually developed pretty nicely. Then we have corners. Amos. Trey Amos. Very good press man corner. Zone's not bad. Decently fast. Got up to a 90, almost 90 overall. Then Yarbrough, 88 overall. Another same situation. Very good press man corner. Zone's getting a little bit better. And we land ourselves a nice corner in that regards. And obviously you have to look at Sanders Still, who was the man of the hour. Saved the day. Not the fastest, not the tallest, but good zone. Good man. Good press. Good player. Clutched up. Now the D-line, Tuipulotu, 86 overall. Not going to be good as a power. I was about to say, not going to be as good for pass rush. Very good block shedder, but, he did good enough. Definitely the best edge rusher besides Von Miller and Khalil Mack. Higgins. This guy, dude, he was so bad for us. Look at that. 3 seasons. Barely over double digit. That's tough. That is a tough one. And then DTs, I guess we'll take a look at Johnny Newton. Little Jerzon Newton. 87 overall, very good block shed. Everything else a little iffy. And then we do have a pretty sick kicker, actually. So let's take a look at the kicker as well. Espinoza. 85 overall star with 91 kick power, 91 accuracy. Anyways, that is going to be it for this, if you want to call it, realistic style rebuild of the Washington Commanders. Again, if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, appreciate your continued support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PK Plays for non-Madden content. Check out the Packers franchise episode 1 yesterday. Thinking we'll have franchise, episode 2 tomorrow. If not, it might be Panthers. Either way, Panthers franchise is not done. It'll be up by either tomorrow or Saturday, along with maybe another speed rebuild and then a regular rebuild on Sunday again. And then that kind of segues us into the next topic, which is, let me know what team you want to see rebuilt next. We're kind of down to, like I said, the last kind of couple of teams, if I can find them. And we have Titans, Colts, Bills, Lions, Bucks, Niners, which those are all kind of teams for the most part, not all of them, some of them, that are a bit on the good side. So I don't know what we're going to do with that. Either way, again, appreciate y'all for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya.